Hey, Jerry Martin here with New Day Construction, and I just want to make this video because I've come across this a lot, especially when it comes to porches, decks, and stuff like that. And just a little education so you guys know, and I'm going to point back to this roof because unfortunately this thing was done a few years back and it's got a big sag in the middle. It's already cracking, so that means they did not use a ridge beam. And so what happens is, just so you're educated when it comes to porches, most people who start out in the construction industry start out with porches and decks, and they can start with no experience whatsoever. And I'm gonna flip this camera around and kind of show you what's going on. But so what happens, they get a hammer, they get some saws, and they come quoting job. They start out with fences and decks, and they really don't have the education or the training, so they're just kind of making it happen. And the problem comes when they start getting bids on porches, stuff like that. They don't want to turn them down because it's money. And so they start trying to figure stuff out, and this is where the problem comes in. This is exactly why we put a 3-year warranty on everything we do, especially when it comes to roofs. Make sure there's no leaks, because that's a big problem too. And then most of the time when you're trying to price these things, I know it's price conscious. I know you want it cheap, but the problem is when you go cheap, that's what you're getting. The guys who starting out, the guys who don't have the experience, the guys who won't come back if something's wrong. Because listen here, the guy would not come back, even though it's his daughter that built the place, the contractor built it, lives across the street. He won't come back. So that's the problem we run into. So please take that in consideration when you're getting quotes, that price is not always look at, making sure that you don't end up with a mess like this. This could have been catastrophic. Look, we're out here catching it, because if that thing lasts any longer over time, it'll just keep dropping and eventually cause a big mess. I here at this deck, and I want to show you a few things that we do differently. Guys done an amazing job. I'm so blessed to have such great talent on our team. Just amazing. If you guys are watching this, I am so grateful for everything you do. This particular house, we did out that deck. We actually did their new siding around the whole house, paint exterior. We redid their master bathroom, which I have another video for. But I want to show you on this deck what the picture frame is and how it sets it apart. And when you're doing a deck, is what you need to look for, what you want, what you're expecting, and what you can ask some of these builders if they're able to do this. I'm gonna flip this thing around and just show you these stairs, how we picture frame the stairs, so you can get a good idea of how that works. Okay, so as you can see, typically on any end runs, you would see the ends of 5 quarter boards. Well, we don't like that look. So as you can see, we picture framing. It takes a lot of extra work and blocking, but we block and they turn and makes it to where we can turn these corner boards around, make a nice picture frame on the stairs. Toe kicks, I always put toe kicks on. You're being permitted, we have to put the railings on here, the handrails, that's what we require. As you can see, the landings all picture framed. And coming through here. Another thing I think is really nice, or I know is really nice, is the little caps. You know, these don't cost much, but it really does set it off. So to make sure you get that nice, I guess, elegant look is what I'm looking for. So yeah, we use the black spindles here, picture frame deck. This thing just turned out beautiful. So another thing we always do too, which I didn't show you, is we use deck tape. Deck tape goes on top of your joist, between your deck and your joist. It helps keep that joist from rotting over time. It helps seal that up, so any water gets in between those, it's not affecting the lumber. So a few little things we do differently. You're welcome to, when you go out and get your estimates, your quotes, stuff like that, making sure that you know who you're using is doing stuff like this because that way you have a deck that you're in love with, and there's no butt-in pieces around the edge of the deck. We picture frame everything. That way those ugly inboards are not seen. Okay, so I hope that helped. Again, it's just sad to me to see this happen, and I see it happen time after time again. Even when it comes to showers, when it comes to interior stuff, just contractors not doing it right, and actually not, and even worse than that, they're not standing up and making it right. So just take that and when you're looking for a contractor, make sure you're really doing your homework. Anyway, guys, I hope this helped. Have a blessed day.